compete against. Really happy with our twos at the end of the game to keep them out of the end zone. It's the 2 out of 3 games we've had a fourth quarter shutout. Really happy with our 2 offense. They went down and scored a touchdown. So with that, I'll see what questions you guys have.
Coach, just 48 offensive plays from scrimmage. The flow of this game, just with how they were moving the ball with a 10-minute drive to start, how much did it kind of maybe throw the rhythm of what you wanted to do all the time?
Well, I think the 48 plays because we went right down and scored. We had 3 possessions and we scored on 3 possessions, right? So it's they did a great job in that they used up 10 minutes on that first drive. I mean, they were literally just sitting in the huddle looking to the sideline. There was a master class by Coach Farley in how to keep these games, the way you want to keep them, right? Move the pocket, ran the quarterback. They cut us a ton. So, we have these pass rushers, and all of a sudden now they got a fullback cutting them on their legs. It was really well done by them. But I think offensively, we scored our touchdowns on our first 3 drives, and we got down there and we went for it on 4th and 3 on the 4th drive. So there just weren't a lot of drives. So yes, I'd love the defense to be able to get the ball back for us a little bit sooner. But I also thought the offense was unbelievably efficient. You go down the next, then you come out of the half. We answer a takeaway the first drive. We answer a takeaway. We go down and score. Now we have to get in the end zone. Then the next drive we score. So not a lot of punt work tonight for Buschini.
It was a 59-yard pass from Dylan to Jalen. He kind of shakes 3 and then kind of looks back. What did you think of that, of just his skill set on that play and his awareness to look so quickly back to see if Jalen was there?
Well, that's the same play we ran last week. That the kind of the play that everyone made. Was kind of a highlight reel play that he threw on the run. So that's a play where we roll right, but then we throw a post back left. You have to have an elite athlete like Jalen to do that. And so they blitzed off the edge. And so that's not the right play for that defense. So they called the right defense. But, I've noticed a lot, even in the first game, he's done a great job of always avoiding the first rusher. When people come free, he does a good job of, finding space and time and making the throw. But, he knew that that's where to go, especially with pressure. He knows he's going to flatten it. And Jalen was right where he's supposed to be.
Did you see that in him through the offseason, that he was going to have that, that ability to have that sense of where the pass rush was coming from and the mobility to avoid a guy in a situation like that?
Yeah, I think, when people have asked me what makes him special, I say that he's not a 7-on-7 quarterback. He likes the game part of it. Even the short yardage play, that's what, J.J. McCarthy was doing in Michigan last year, they out the fullback dive, they come out tight, they pull it every once in a while, and he pulled it, so he just knows when to make the right play.
We're a quarter away through the season. What do you love? What do you hate?
I don't know about that. I like being 3-0. There's nothing that I hate. We're just going to get better each week. We start Big Ten play. I kind of refer to this as the preseason. In my mind, we're learning how to win. As I told our team, the narrative of losing close games comes from trying to, when you get a lead, not trying to put the game away. And so the questions I get asked a lot are about, like, hey, why aren't you guys doing more of this in the second half? Well, that's what led to a lot of close losses, right? So we want to score, get a lead if we can, play defense, and run the football. And then I want everyone to say, why are you guys so boring in the fourth quarter? And then we win. And that's sincere. So I just make sure my team hears that, because they're kind of like that. That being said, we wanted to be aggressive a while because this was a good night for us to work on our passing game. And that's why we threw that post at the end. It was there. We thought we had it. Sounds like their kid made a play. I thought we came down with it, but we didn't. So it is what it is. But yeah, I think I'll watch the tape to see exactly where we are. It felt like early on we didn't tackle as well as we normally do, and but I did like the energy the defense came out with in the second half. That had all the makings of one of those games where, like, if you're not locked in the second half, they score a touchdown. All of a sudden, it looks like a game you're in control of. You're not, and what we're trying to do is control games. Control games. That's what good teams do. So I felt some of that tonight.
Carter Nelson had 4 catches, 48 yards, gets in the end zone for the first time as a Husker. Just can you speak to his growth to get to this point of having arrived in the summer?
Yeah, I mean, Carter's, like I said, this is his 3rd game playing with 22 people in the field. So I mean, he's growing, and he had a couple little packages for him. 2 of them got called early, which was great. One was the red zone call, which is like an option route, and he won on the option and scored, through the middle screen to him. So, I think the sky's the limit for the things that he can do. They're doing a good job of bringing him along, slowly in my mind. And when I say slowly, in terms of like giving him tasks to master, because he wasn't here in the spring. But tonight was a tough night to get the ball spread out to everybody, going back to the whole 48 plays. You have all these guys you want to get the rock to, but it's a good thing when, you throw a ball to Jalen, he changes, flips the field, and they had a penalty that gave us some yardage as well. So.
What was your, how did you feel about getting the package for Hinrich in down there near the goal line, and what did you think of the way that executed?
Yeah, we put it in. He was in on the screen to Carter. He was in at tailback on that too. So, I think there's a lot of things that we want Hinrich to be able to do, and he does. Every time he goes in, we don't want him always to be like, a wildcat quarterback, right? I thought what I was really pleased with Hinrich was when he got in at quarterback, the way he managed that third down, finding the check down was awesome. And they were bringing a lot of zero blitz. He checked, they checked, he reloaded it on the long touchdown run. But yeah, I mean, we'd like to get a little bit more out of the quarterback run part of it. But I'll be honest with you, Mitch. One thing I've learned: every time we put a quarterback run on tape, another team has to practice it. And so they don't have to necessarily work. I just have to chew up 20 minutes of their time each day worrying about option and worrying about those things. Because we can run all the options with Hinrich. We can get under center still and run belly G option, right? We can do all that. And so I need them practicing that, because that's one less time that they're practicing the other stuff that we're doing.
What did Emmett show you this week in practice that got him an earlier chance, and then did he take another step in the game with his big plays?
Yeah, we wanted Emmett to be the third down back this week. We felt like he would do a good job in the protections and getting out and catching the football. We're trying to diversify some of the roles. We didn't have a ton of third downs. We were kind of not necessarily needing the third downs. And then that run at the end was great. One thing about Emmett that's happened, last year and this year is he's kind of like been a closer in some games, right? Whether it was Northwestern last year or Purdue, or I can't remember if the games started to run together for me. But even, Maryland, Wisconsin, he had long runs that put us in position to at least try to win those games. And so he's a guy that comes in the fourth quarter, a change of pace, makes people miss. And that was a big-time run for us.
Micah was out, and I don't think Jakori played. What was their status tonight?
Yeah, Jakori just is still sore from last week. So we got him ready to play. He was warmed up. And, we were going to start Cam. So he was kind of questionable. And then kind of got out there and just didn't have the same pop. I just was worried that if I played him, he might get hurt. And so we feel good about James and Keona. He just didn't have the burst that we thought he would. He was trending. Practiced a little bit on Tuesday. Practiced a little bit. I think it was Wednesday or Thursday. So I thought he'd be able to go. And if he needed to, he probably would have gone. But this was a unique week in that it was a short week as well. We're in Big Ten play on Friday, so being able to save him, not need him, was probably important. And then Mike, I'll probably address that later. It's just coach's decision. He's still with us. He just didn't play tonight.
How prepared is this team now for Big Ten play, and how nice has it been to have the 3 home games and just to kind of build your team here in Lincoln versus on the road?
I think one of the key things, Sean, is getting a lot of guys in the game. Even at the end, you have Maverick Noonan, you have Ishmael Smith Flores, you have Amari Sanders, you have all these guys out there playing meaningful minutes. You had your whole second line playing meaningful minutes, and so that to me, that's been really good. That with 2 of the 3 games, we've been able to get the 2s and some of the 3s into the game. You never know when it comes to conference play, you never know where you are till you get there, right? And so, some teams blow out some teams, play other teams closer. It's really, even when you look at stats, when I look at the Big Ten, I only look at Big Ten versus Big Ten stats. I don't look at even the non-con stats. The Big Ten puts out like their Big Ten only stats, because we have to see kind of where we are with each other. So I'm anxious for Friday night. I'm anxious, that they're a good team. I think they'll probably end up being ranked. Hopefully we stay ranked. And I don't know the last time 2 ranked teams played each other. I think they were 26 last week in the AP poll. I'm a big fan of Coach Bielema. So hopefully they move up and be a cool night this coming Friday night.
Can you talk about just dealing with the short week heading into conference play and just preparation for that?
Yeah, well, last year we were going in this game, we just lost to Michigan, and we put on pads and practiced on Sunday, so maybe a little different tenor this week. But, even there, as I was walking out, Marquise Buford was making it very clear to everybody, we're coming in here tomorrow ready to work. Normally Sunday's our off day. We do a big family dinner with the players' families and our families. We won't be able to do that tomorrow. It'll be a work day for us, and our off day this week will be next Saturday. So we'll work tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The great thing is we're not traveling. Our Friday game is, obviously at the end of the season versus Iowa. But we'll work tonight. We'll work tomorrow. Because it was a night game, I had a chance to watch their game today. We worked some today, worked some yesterday to be prepared for Illinois, and we'll see what happens.
Coach Jakori, after so many big plays have gotten called back over the first couple games, he finally finds the end zone. What was that moment like, just getting to see him score?
Yeah, I was fired up for him. I thought that was a heck of a call by Sat. Calling a reverse on the 12, I wouldn't do that. I'm a little more conservative, but and I thought Borkacher did a great job. Came around and made a big block for him, and great to see Jakori get in. And when he plays with joy. And it was great, great to see the review kind of go our way. That was a big call, when he, they had called him down the field, and then And then, they ruled that he was behind the line. I appreciate the Big Ten for changing that one. So, Jakori's a weapon. He had that deep over that we hit early on. So keep trying to find ways to get him the ball.
Interception by Dylan. Obviously, you challenged it. What'd you think of that play? I mean, do you want to make the throw?
That's the right throw. Yeah, that's 100% the right throw. I mean, it's quarters, the safety triggers. We try to throw the out route to Thomas. He triggers it. You throw the post. That's one-on-one. The thing with Dylan is you're going to play NFL football with him. Like if he's going to throw the ball to a spot and he's expected his guys to go make a play on the ball, and I thought Jalen made the play on the ball, so I'm not in any way throwing Jalen on the bus. Looks like their kid made a play. But if we don't put those things on tape, then we'll throw the post first quarter. It's just going to be a long year. We had that conversation. I think Sam had asked it the other day about, Iowa and all. So you have to hit those posts, and their kid made a nice play. I challenged it because I learned last year. We had 3 or 4 plays that the next day, hey, the replay was wrong, and so what I learned was you can challenge the replay. So as I looked at it up on the screen, it looked like Jalen came down with the ball. So I was at least going to challenge it. I didn't need the timeout. It wasn't a wasted timeout. They told me that, hey, they've already cleared it, but I was told last year you can still challenge it, and you should still challenge it if you think it's wrong. So I challenged it and didn't win.
All right.
All right. See you guys Friday.
Questions? What did you see on that touchdown? How did you feel when you got it?
I saw that I got him squared up, so I know that I was supposed to post it, and to be able to get that wide open, it was like really good job by the other wide receivers because they pulled the middle backers and everything out. So Dylan put a great ball on me, and then I saw it wide open, so it was awesome.
Probably dreamed about that a long time.
Yeah, no, being able to do that and just being able to do it with those guys kind of just made every dream come true real quick there. So.
It make it even more special that it happened here at home.
Yeah, no, being able to do that here, like knowing that all my family here, a lot of friends, and like I said, being able to do it with those teammates that I've grown really close with was just amazing.
What do you think of just the offensive efficiency, the first 3 drives? They had that long drive in between, but you responded right back.
Yeah, no, we had the ball rolling. Being able to just keep imposing our will of being able to move the ball and everything. We did a really good job tonight of that, and being able to move forward. I hope that we can just continue to grow on that.
How do you feel about this 3-game kind of introduction to college football that you've gotten, and what do you feel about your readiness now to move into the Big Ten?
Yeah, no, it's been really good. I think that we've got a lot of stuff we still need to improve on, of course, but we've got a lot of stuff that we can build off of too. We got to do better with our 2-minute. We didn't execute on that today, so being able to do that down the road is going to be important for us. So being able to take the things that we've done good and bad, kind of just learn off both.
How about you individually? I mean, it's quite an adjustment what you've made, the jump from high school.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you feel like, you're ready for another level of physicality, intensity that comes next week?
I feel like it's been growing, and it's been coming along really well. Coach G and the other wide receivers really have done like a really good job of like just helping me out through that. And I still don't think like I'm ready in some aspects, of course, but that's because like I just haven't had that experience, and that's why it's great to be able to practice against the guys we practice against, because being able to go up against our defense is awesome because we get a lot like really good looks. So.
Jakori got in the end zone for the first time too. Have you developed a little bit of a kinship with him as two true freshmen playing?
Oh yeah, no, he's awesome. I love him. We definitely got really hyped for each other, so that was awesome.
Now going into Big Ten play, can you just talk about dealing with the short week for that first game?
Being able to get our bodies right and everything quick and being able to prepare is like the main goal right now, coming in tomorrow, and just really make sure we're more prepared than anyone else is.
Anything else for Carter?
I mean, you got multiple receivers on the game, over 30 yards. Just what have you liked about this receiver group, and what's special about them?
The great thing for me is being able to learn from those older guys. We got a couple older guys that have like played a lot of snaps, and so being able to learn from them. And the great thing is how much they help me. Like it's not a receiver room where they're worried about getting their catches. Like after every single play, I got one of them coming up to me and coaching me, and so that's something that's really important to me. And it's like just really special. It kind of just shows the bond that we have, and we help make each other better. So it's been awesome.
All right, thank you, Carter.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it. Thank you guys.
Hey Malcolm, what maybe did your defense do better in the second half that was maybe lacking a little bit in the first?
Getting to the ball, making some tackles, doing our assignment better.
What did you see on your interception?
We was in cover 2 right there, so what I just seen the quarterback roll out, and then I seen the receiver come from the other side running the over route. Then that's when I made the play. He overthrew the ball, and that's something he shouldn't do.
Malcolm, what did you think of the tackling tonight from the defense? What did you think of the tackling tonight from the defense?
Yeah, I feel like tonight it wasn't our best tackling job in the first half, and we had to go in and talk about some things, get that better. Coming out in the second half, we made our improvements on that, but it was just our mistakes. It wasn't them.
What do you think about how this defense is playing through 3 games?
I feel like we're playing good. As a team, we all came together. We coming to the ball, making plays on the ball. We can do a good job, getting more turnovers because we have lots of opportunities where we can make turnovers. So I feel like that's something we can do going forward.
Was there anything you had to adjust to, or you talked about after that first series where they had it, like 16 plays? That first drive.
No, it wasn't much adjustment. It was us. We had to make some tackles. We were just making careless mistakes on the tackles and stuff. So it wasn't too much that needed to be done. It was just us.
Hey, Malcolm, did you feel like the style of offense that they presented, that they showed out there, being like such a contrast from the first 2 opponents that you faced, is something that can help you moving into the next set of games?
Yeah, I feel like their style of play can help us. They run the ball, and we're going to see a lot of that, in the Big Ten. So they help prepare us for that, giving us a good look at that. And I feel like we're going to be ready for the upcoming teams.
And then, dealing with the short week going into Big Ten play, can you just talk about that in your preparation?
It's going to be the same thing, same process. We're just going to start it a day early. Tomorrow, go in, get ready for Illinois. Same process that we always do.
Thanks.
you guys play tonight?
Yeah, I'm happy with the win and a solid win at that. The defense, we didn't really play to our standard in that first half. I think everybody felt that. And we came out in the second half where we picked it up. We picked up what we were doing and felt a lot better about that second half. But that first half, it wasn't up to our standard.
Anything on the first drive that they were doing it through you at all, or was it just more on your end, you thought?
Yeah, it was more our end, not doing our jobs. We weren't tackling well. There's a lot of things to fix. I'm glad we saw it now. They threw a lot of good plays at us. They knew what they were doing.
Isaac, what does that say about your standard? I mean, still just 3 points that you gave up.
Yeah, got to be happy with that. And a fourth quarter shutout. Those guys, the guys behind us came in and they finished the job. 3 points on the board. You can't really just be mad at yourself. You got to look at the good things, right? But obviously, there's always things to fix, and that's what we're going to do.
How have these first 2 games sort of prepared you for conference play, and then also follow up just dealing with the short week going into Friday's game?
Yeah. No, these first 3 games have been great. We played the pass a lot in those first 2, and then you and I came in here and they ran 12 personnel, ran the ball at us, and we needed to see that before we got into Big Ten play. They really came in here with the Big Ten offense mindset, and we needed to see that.
You mentioned that fourth quarter shutout. How much are you into it on the sideline watching, those younger guys?
Yeah. It's awesome seeing them get to go out there and play, first of all, and then second, stand on business and get that fourth quarter shutout. It's pretty awesome to see.
You've held other teams to 20 points, I think, which is the first time since 2005. How much of a benefit is that to you guys as a team?
Yeah, it helps us, gain confidence. We know we could be a great defense, and we're just going to keep improving every week. Thanks, guys.
I think we asked you this the first week too, but I'll ask you again. I mean, what impresses you through 3 games about Dylan and the way that he throws the football?
He's focused. He just looks comfortable. You can tell he's not overthinking it. He just goes out there and he just plays the way he's been playing. So, yeah.
You've had 3 games that have been pretty well in hand at halftime. What do you think the challenges will be for this team when you encounter a 4-quarter game?
Just finishing strong. Starting the way we start off. Just go out there, finish strong, do what we have to do, whether that's catch the ball, make blocks on the perimeter, or just doing what it takes to finish out a game. So going into the conference play, we're gonna make the emphasis to just play harder, play smarter, and compete to the best of our ability.
Take us through your touchdown. What did you see on that play?
Seeing the safety, he came down pretty hard, and I knew there was going to be a wide window right there. So I ran my drift route and caught it, and then just went into the end zone. So you know, it was exciting.
Those are the kind of things that you've kind of come to, you know, it seems like there's a trust between you guys as receivers and Dylan, that if you see that safety, if you see something where they're committing to the run, there's going to be opportunities for you in the pass to make a play?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. You know, it starts in practice. You know, we practice, you know, hard, and, you know, we make sure we're on the same page. You know, if we see something that, you know, we got a little confusion on, we'll come back, we'll chat about it, talk about it, see what we need to do differently, and, you know, just go out there and, you know, execute. So, yeah.
Isaiah, to see Jakori and Carter both find the end zone tonight, and just to see their growth over their first 3 games, what can you say about that?
I'm really excited for those guys. Those guys, they work really hard, they practice hard, and, you know, they deserve it. You know, I want to see a lot more from them. You know, it's really exciting watching those guys play. You know, seeing the work that they put in practice and coming out in the game and being able to perform in front of everybody is really exciting for those guys. And, you know, they're going to enjoy that moment.
What was the messaging you heard from coaches about perimeter blocking this week, and how do you think you guys executed tonight?
You know, just to improve, be more physical. You know, we haven't been that great throughout the first 2 games, but, you know, the emphasis is to be as physical as we can, go out there, play hard, block for our teammates, and, you know, just make a statement. So, you know, as a receiving group, I think we improved today. We did what we had to do, but still more improvement left to be done. But, yeah, you know, we're taking steps into the right direction.
Anything else for Isaiah? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
how'd you feel like you played tonight, and specifically on that 59-yard pass? What were you feeling and seeing, and how were you able to make that play, Jalen?
Yeah, it was something I didn't really expect. Turn around and I saw a guy free runner, but just trusting my technique. I know did a little move and Jalen was open, so yeah, it was just trying to make a play, and the play was made, and I'm happy for Jalen. He got that big reception.
What's going through your mind when he was kind of coming from your blind side, and like you said, you just turn around and see him. You don't have a lot of time to react in that situation. So how do you respond to that? How do you train to deal with that?
Yeah, I think Coach Thomas does a good job of emphasizing get your head around, and I had enough time to quickly make a decision of what I wanted to do, and I was just thankful we got out of it and had a positive play out of it.
He was that second series, or what was it like? I guess there was like 20 minutes of real time where you guys were kind of on the sideline when they had that long drive, and just how important it was for you guys to respond there.
Yeah, they did a great job all game of keeping the ball away from us on offense. We just knew on the sideline we just kept saying we got to make it count. We got to make sure we put points up when we get that ball back. So I felt like we did a good job of that. And we've cleaned some things up from last week, and we saw it show up in the game. So that's exciting to see.
First time, just how happy are you for them?
Yeah, I'm so excited for them. They work their tails off every week. Carter, from where he's came to now, I can't give him enough praise. He's been playing 8-man his whole life, and gets into a college game and gets a touchdown, third game in the season. So just happy for him, happy for his family, and obviously Jakori. It's my guy. He's a knucklehead, and he makes plays. So proud of him, and I know he's gonna make more.
Between those two guys and you and Isaiah, that's everyone who accounted for the first 3 touchdowns, and all of them are new this year to this offense. So what do you think that says? What does that mean about this team's ability now to go into the Big Ten?
Yeah, I think Coach Satt was just dialing it up. I mean, he knows his strengths of his players, and he knows what we're good at, and he allows us to capitalize on what we're good at, and yeah. I think everyone knows that their turn can be in any play. So they run their routes, they bust their butts to block and run their routes full speed. To, if their number's called in the play and they don't expect it, they're going to expect it because they're always running full speed. So yeah, they're just trained that way and built different.
25% through the season. How do you grade yourself so far?
Sorry, say it again.
I said, how do you grade yourself so far? 25% through the season.
Yeah, I think it's early to tell. I mean, we're winning games, so that's all that matters to me, honestly. Just excited for this university, and to see what Coach has done for this program. I'm just so happy for the older guys, and we know we're not even close to done yet. So that's the exciting part. We get, I think, 9 more opportunities, or 8, whatever it is, to be together. So we'll make sure we cherish that.
Of those 9, they're all going to be Big Ten games. How excited are you to get going in that level of play? It's going to be tougher than probably what you faced so far.
Yeah, it's time the season starts, and time the games to begin, and it's you treat those 3 games like real games, but you really find out your identity before you get into these conference games that mean everything. So I know our team's been excited, and it's finally here. So we're ready to get back at it tomorrow and get ready for Illinois.
Can you just talk about getting back to work just with the short week and just going into that?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's just starts tonight. Like, our team understands that we're on a short week, and there's probably gonna be 2 ranked teams on Friday night, which has nothing to do with us. But yeah, I think we're mature, and we know that we're gonna do whatever it takes to win. And I mean, honestly, probably just for myself, I'll probably watch the game tonight and be over with it and get ready to move on, because, you and I played really hard, and we knew they were going to play really hard. And with the short week, we don't have enough time to kind of, break that game down and learn from it like we had in the past.
I
Hinrich was out there in some different packages. You enjoy that, and also the reaction he got from the crowd there in that sequence.
Yeah, I love it. I love when my guy, my partner's next to me and making plays. You know, it's whenever I hear it in the headset, I get really excited for him, and just know that the crowd loves him. I know when he came out, I was telling everyone to be quiet. I wasn't saying it in a disrespectful way. I was trying to get our guys, as quiet as we could to be at home. But no, I just love seeing him make plays, and we all know he was capable of it. And yeah, just happy for him, proud of him, and he's going to keep building off of that.
Finish point. What did you see on that interception?
Yeah, it was just a bad play, bad throw. I mean, the protection was perfect. I had all day. Jalen ran really fast, and Thomas did his job in his part of the concept, and I just got to let him run and then throw it out there and let him go run under it. I mean, you just learn from it and you move on, and just glad we came out with the win.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.